Captain Paul for the Locker Room here. If you have not already, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. It's a great free way to help out the channel and helps us reach more people. And hey, if you're feeling generous, hit that like button as well. But let's get into it. Filip Gustavsson signs a 3-year, $11.25 million contract with the Minnesota Wild, which avoids the arbitration hearing. And this is a very smart deal. Gustavsson kind of came out of nowhere. I believe he was traded from the Senators to the Wild, and he's been absolutely fantastic. And this is what Gustavsson had to say. I'm really happy to have 3 years instead of just 1 year and having all the pressure on my shoulders again to perform this year to get another contract. A 3-year contract feels a little bit more pressure is taken off my shoulders to know that I have a job for the next 3 years, and I'm so excited to do it with Minnesota again. I was enjoying it so much last year, and we had so much fun. I'm very excited to do that again. Gustavsson was 22, 9, and 7, had a 2.10 goals against average, a .931 save percentage, and 3 shutouts in 39 games. And this is what General Manager Billy Guerin had to say. This is something we've been working on for a very long time. Filip had a career year last year. He's well deserving of this contract, and we're very happy with it. I think both sides worked to find on a common ground. And like I said, he had a career year last year. He's still a young goalie that can improve on what he's done and continue to get better. So as a team, we're happy to make this investment in him. It will be nice to see Filip grow over the next few years. Let's talk about Gustavsson and kind of his career path, because it is very interesting. He was taken in the 2nd round by the Pittsburgh Penguins, 55th overall. So when you take a goalie that high, that's someone you think very, very highly of and can be a potential starter down the road. And looking at his journey throughout his NHL career, he never played in Pittsburgh, was moved to Ottawa. And in his short time in Ottawa, his first year, we got a cup of coffee at the NHL level. He had 9 games played, 5-1-2 record, a .933 save percentage, and a 2.16 goals against average with 0 shutouts. And then the following year, he doubled his games played his sophomore season, 18 games played, 5-12-1 record for an .892 save percentage and a 3.55 goals against average. It's just there wasn't enough out there on Gustavsson. He showed some great flashes. And last year, when he got moved and dealt to Minnesota, he really came into his own because, as stated, in 39 games played, a .931 save percentage, a 2.10 goals against average, and 3 shutouts. It was kind of interesting how the Wild split some games in that playoff series with him and Fleury, but Gustavsson is the future in net. Gustavsson got drafted pretty high, so this is what people were expecting of him, to be a quality NHL goalie. So maybe I shouldn't be as surprised as I am, but he came out of nowhere and solidified himself as a very good NHL goaltender. Let's look at the tandem as a whole. Gustavsson played fantastic last year, and I think some of that was due to Marc-Andre Fleury being in the room. Now, Fleury did not have a spectacular season. He was just solid. 46 games played, a 2.85 goals against average, and .908 save percentage, 24-16 record. He was a quality NHL goalie, but this is the perfect situation for Fleury to be in. This season, you should see Gustavsson get a little bit more of the load. Fleury will be able to be well more rested in his starts and not get burnt out by doing it. You can't really put into numbers what Fleury brings to this tandem when it comes to experience and his amazing personality. He's a very warm and welcoming person, so I can imagine him and Gustavsson get along pretty well. And if I'm the Minnesota Wild, you have some nice pieces. You have a great star forward in Kaprizov. If Gustavsson can be around the ballpark of the numbers he was last season with more games, this Wild team will be pretty damn dangerous. But I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you like this contract? Do you like the 3-year tenure? You think it was too much money, too little money? I'd love to see your banter down below. I'm Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.